Mariners did outslug the Dodgers last night 7-6. The M's hit 5 home runs, all against lefties, which, as we know, the bats against lefties this season have been weak, Chris. But boy, a couple of heroes last night.
I tell you, this is why I don't go out and bet on games, because we had our Dusty deep dive yesterday, and you looked at the pitching matchups, and you look at Game 1, and you're thinking, this does not look good at all for the Seattle Mariners, and somehow this team down. You know, after that Texas series, everybody talking about this season's over. Oh, my gosh. And what do they do against the 2-time World Series champs, the best team in baseball, Paul? 5 home runs in this game. The big dumper delivers. Julio Rodriguez dumpers. I think it's the first time those two have homered in the same game since April. Rob Refsnyder. Say it with me loud and proud. We're going to talk about him, Paul. He comes through, and the guy that Paul and I have been talking about all season long, Dom Canzone. Oh, my gosh. I mean, how much fun is he to watch right now?
Yeah, a couple of 400-foot home runs last night. Canzone now leads the team in homers. Both homers last night, by the way, came up in clutch situations, which tells you what kind of gene this guy's dealing with, man. He's got that clutch gene. He tied the game with a homer in the 6th, and his 2-run shot in the 8th proved to be the game winner. Here's Dan Wilson on Dom.
You know, he has just swung the bat. You know, right hand, left hand. It doesn't matter. You know, who's out on the mound. It's, you know, he's put up some good at bats. He's driven the ball. You know, the big home run in Texas to give us the W there, and tonight, you know, with a couple homers and the one to put us ahead. That you know, he just continues to put good swings on the ball and hasn't missed them. And when he's going the way he's going right now, it's fun to watch and just a great job by Dom all around.
Yeah, it is fun to watch. I know there's people at home, Paul, and you're probably right there with them saying, Egan, settle down, just one game. it's a lot of games, but I love the fight. I love the fire. That's something we talked about on this show. Yes, I also love how this team came together when guys had bad plays. Josh Naylor had an error at first place. The next thing you know, they turn a double play. You go to that 9th inning, and Victor Robles just with a Little League blooper out in right field that got Shohei over at third base, and Andres Munoz. The rest of the team step up and deliver. Another guy that is stepping up, and you will need. We are 2/3 of the way through this season, so 1/3 of the season to go. Possibly a postseason with this team. Rob Refsnyder, there's no secret. He has not been good since being picked up. But it makes sense, Paul, when you look at the stats, why they went after this guy. 2021, on-base percentage of .325. 2022, on-base percentage of .384. .365 in 2023. In 2024, he had a .359 on-base percentage. In 2025, 1 year ago, he had a .354 on-base percentage. He knows how to hit left-handed hitter pitching. It hasn't happened yet. So my question is, Paul, maybe he was more injured than we were told. We don't know this. He did go on the IL. Hopefully he took some time away, got healed up. It's only one game. It's a very short sample size, but I like that sample size. And I'm not asking him to come and be the hero of this team. We're just asking him to hit against left-handed pitching. We see he can do it.
Yeah, that's why the Mariners went out and got him. I mean, they went out and got him and paid $6 million for this 1 year to come out here and hit lefties. And as you mentioned through all those stats right there, he's good against lefties. The biggest thing, I think, with Refsnyder and the fact he's been dogged, first of all, he hasn't played for a month.
Yeah.
And everybody's been dogging this guy. But I think he had a little bit of that Cal Raleigh syndrome. And you can never gauge this because it's only up to the person who's telling you how injured they are. But he had a knee injury that he was trying to play through, I believe, and he finally went on the IL. But when this guy was having his knee problems, he wasn't hitting the baseball, you know? So I think getting away for a month, maybe that knee is finally healed, and we're going to see a strong Rob Refsnyder in the final third of this season. But I do believe he was battling a knee injury and didn't want to come out of the lineup, didn't want to tell anybody, and maybe it was enough for him to play, but not enough for him to play up to his caliber and his potential. So I think we're on to something there, but again, it's just a conspiracy theory on our part, but I do believe that these guys never want to come out of the lineup.
Yep.
They'll play through any injury they possibly can and hide it, and maybe this guy was really trying to play on 3/4 of a knee instead of the full knee being healthy.
No, I think you have something there. I think there could be a couple other guys on this team that are playing through some pain right now, and yeah, they do not want to come out of the lineup. I think something is very clear right now. Dominic Canzone needs to be in the lineup every single day. That is very, whether it's a lefty or a righty that's throwing, Dom Canzone has proven that he needs to be out there. Another guy, if the Mariners can right this ship, Paul, and get things rolling, Dom Canzone will be up there as one of the heroes of this team. The other one to me, I go to Andres Munoz. We have talked about his numbers, Paul, on this show. In the last 14 games, he's only given up one earned run. He has a .64 ERA. He has 14 saves in those games. He hit 103 last night, Paul. I think it was 2 or 3 times. I mean, the velo is there. He'll hit you with 103, and he'll throw that 80-mile-an-hour slider at you, or 89 miles an hour. I mean, he is nasty when he's on, and he's on right now.
Did you see? I mean, Andy Pajas gets up there, and he made him look foolish on the strikeout. I mean, that ball went way off the plate, and he went wailing at it, tried to swing, and completely missed it. So, as you talked about, Munoz can fool a lot of guys when he's throwing at 103. By the way, his career high is 103.2. That's how close he was last night. As you said, he hit it several times last night, 103. But that's the capability of this guy. He did throw 29 pitches, but he hung tough to get his 19 saves. So, something to be said about Munoz.
Yeah, and I think there's also something to be said, because if we're going to sit here and criticize manager Dan Wilson, and there's others that have criticized him. I know Jeff Passan yesterday on the Brock and Salk show talked about, does he deserve to be the manager of this team? Well, we also have to praise him when he does the right moves, and I thought he called a great game against the Dodgers yesterday. He had Munoz ready to go in the 8th inning. He was not going to lose that game. They had to make a key decision there late, not really to pitch to Muncy, not to give him anything to face off against Mookie Betts. That move worked out. So if we're going to sit here when moves don't work, we need to also sit here and praise when they do. And he's still a young manager. This is only year 2, and he's gonna lose some games, but he's also gonna win some. And they won last night on that one.
You know what's wild? You start looking deep diving into that game a little bit last night. And I read where the Mariners hadn't won at Dodger Stadium since 2009, and they had lost 12 straight to the Dodgers. I mean, this streak, there's no playing that much, of course, when you get into the interleague play. But again, having that not won down there since 2009 is a long stretch, and losing 12 straight has to hurt. But they snapped that streak last night, so that's a good thing for this team. Emerson Hancock gets the start tonight against the Dodgers. And with all the trade rumors flying around, could this be Emerson's last start in Seattle?
Well, it could be, and we talked about it yesterday on the show, and Dusty did a deep dive on it, and the comments are rolling in. A lot of people are saying, why is it not Luis Castillo? Why Emerson Hancock? I think we made that very clear. It's going to be hard to get a lot of value back for Luis Castillo with how much money he is owed. I think Emerson Hancock would be your best trade option at this point to get something good back in return. So that's kind of where that's at. Nothing as of today. He's slated to pitch for the Mariners. That's all we know as right now.